Hi guys! Today, I'm going to show you an incredibly aggressive Evans Gambit, including some absolutely crazy, sneaky traps, and I guarantee your opponents will have a really hard time defending against it. Okay, let's rock and roll! We're playing white, and on the board we have the Italian game Giuoco Piano. Then we play pawn to b4. Evans Gambit. Here the top move is to accept the Evans Gambit. We kick the bishop again. After bishop falls back, we kick it one more time. Pawn takes. Then simply castle kingside. So far, we're still following the main line. Now black is entering the critical phase. And this is where black is most likely to make a mistake. According to online databases, there are several popular moves black usually plays here. Pawn to d6 is considered the best move. And it's also common for black to respond with knight to f6 or knight to e7. Another popular option is pawn takes c3. Or if black plays queen to f6 trying to defend the pawn, just push the pawn to attack the queen. Then play pawn takes d4. You'll take over the center while black ends up wasting a lot of tempo. Because if knight takes pawn, thanks for the free knight. Queen can't take your knight back. Simply play rook to e1 and black's queen falls. Alright, let's move on to one of the most popular moves among beginner and intermediate players. Pawn takes c3. What's your move? Yes! I am coming! Check. After king takes bishop, give another check. If king goes back, go ahead and take the bishop if you want. Or you can give another check instead. After pawn blocks, now it's time to take the bishop. Pawn to d6. Queen takes pawn. Hey, rook, watch out! If knight to c3, you can keep attacking the knight, also pinning the knight. Or the bishop can go to h6, striking your opponent from the shadows. Black's position is really awkward here. King can no longer castle. Yep, because the king has already moved back and forth. And you're simply better positionally. Or what if black challenges you to a queen trade? The problem is, you still need your queen for the attack. So what would you play here? Okay, to keep your winning position, your only move is bishop to b2. There's simply no better option. Now black's queen is under attack twice. And if black gets careless, you can play a sneaky move by sliding your queen away. That opens up the diagonal, and now it belongs to your bishop. Let's say, queen takes queen. We simply take the queen back, and now the rook is trapped. If knight tries to protect the rook, just take the knight. After pawn takes back, bishop takes, and you'll win the rook shortly after. And, if black decides to sacrifice the knight to save the rook, yes, thank you very much for the free knight. You're up a full knight. Now just enjoy the rest of the game. Okay, let's go back to this position. What if black isn't interested in trading queens, and instead, knight comes over to protect the queen? I like this choice. Let's take the knight. If queen takes, just take the queen back. Pawn recaptures, then bishop takes pawn. And once again, you'll win the rook shortly after. So, of course the pawn will take the knight. Just take the c-pawn. Your queen is also putting pressure on e5. Then let the bishop finish off that pawn. You're still putting pressure on the queen, and the rook isn't going anywhere. It's very difficult for black to get out of this. Remember, black's king can no longer castle, and the position is pretty miserable. It's going to be an easy target. Even though the material still looks equal, the engine gives white plus 5.2, which means the game is about to shift heavily in white's favor. Enjoy the game! Let's move on! Earlier, black played pawn takes c3. Now, what if black plays pawn to d6 instead? What's the idea here? Obviously, the pawn is protecting the bishop. And now the d-pawn can safely take the c3 pawn. So there won't be any tactical shots this time. Okay, let's just take the pawn. Bishop has to move. And after bishop retreats, go ahead and attack the knight. If knight moves to the center, your knight hasn't had breakfast yet. Just trade the knights. Or if knight attacks your bishop, simply play bishop to d3. Then activate your queen's knight. It can swing over to e2, getting ready to join the attack on the king side. Don't forget to activate your bishop as well. This battle is going to get very interesting. But the most popular move here is knight to e7. It's also the engine's top choice. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. But what if black tries a sneaky move instead? Queen to f6. What would you play here? I don't like this. Got any ideas? No need to push the pawn. Just fight. Queen takes rook. And this is the most important moment. You really need to stay sharp and look for every opportunity here. We've been playing in the style of Mikhail Tal, so my advice is don't let up. What does that mean? Yep, keep following Tal's aggressive principles. Stay on the attack, play forcing moves, look for captures, or checks whenever they're available. Or make a sacrifice. Okay, feel free to pause the video. What's your move? No, not queen to b3. Sure, it looks cool putting pressure on f7, but black's queen just runs away. Okay, let's get brutal. Hey, king. Yes, bishop. Gotcha. And now it's time for queen to b3. Check. Hey, bro, watch out. Your queen is about to disappear. So, how does black save the queen? Let's say, bishop blocks. It also launches a counterattack, putting pressure on a 2 at the same time. Yes! Now it's time for your knight to dance. Fork king and bishop. King has to be careful where it steps. But honestly, no matter where the king goes, you win anyway. If king goes to f8, just take the bishop with check. Then finish off black's queen. Or the king goes to e7. This is even worse. Check. King to d8. What? Queen to d7. Game over. Or if king goes to f8. Come on, guys! Checkmate! So no matter where the king goes, you still win. Or let's look at another line. Let's say the king wanders over to c6. Be careful, queen is still under attack from the bishop. So go ahead and take the bishop. Then play bishop to b2, trapping the queen. And after the queen runs away, we take the pawn, and now the rook has to move. Watch out, the knight is in trouble. Just bring the knight back, and it's check at the same time. Black's best move is queen takes knight. Just take queen back with your bishop. You win! Because if king moves, it's checkmate in 2. Only move. And mate! Let's go back. Or what if king moves to g5? Okay, here's today's puzzle. See if you can find the mate in 3. And if you solve it, drop a comment. Thanks! Hey, bro! Yep! What if king doesn't take the bishop and moves to f8 instead? Just take the knight. And the king can't take your bishop back because you've got a checking move with tempo. Then play bishop to b2. And of course, black's queen falls. So after rook takes the bishop, jump in with the knight. Check is coming, and if the rook comes back to defend the pawn, just play queen to d5. Then queen to f7, threatening checkmate. Let's say queen goes back to f6. I covering f7. So just take the pawn, forking rook and the bishop. Let's say bishop takes pawn. Just take the bishop back. Rook has to run. And from here, feel free to play out the position. Then your knight becomes much more active. You can reposition it to d5, creating even more pressure on the king side. You're up a full minor piece, even without one of your rooks. The engine still gives white plus 3.0 here. Let's go back. After pawn to d5, attacking the knight, we looked at queen to f6. Now, what if black plays knight to e7 instead? Okay, just play the standard move. And after black develops the knight, getting ready to castle, let's start the attack. If pawn takes, just take back. And after black castles kingside, bring your bishop onto the long diagonal, of course, pinning the knight. And now black has to be very careful. Let's say rook breaks the pin. Feel free to pause the video. What's your move?
Pony! Do your job!
What is this, bro? Yes, we're attacking the queen, guys. And if queen moves, you can attack the knight. There's also a discovered check threat here. Knight can jump back, and of course, you'll win the queen. Okay, bad news for Team Black. So, after king takes knight, just push the pawn. Discovered check. And if king moves back, you've got it. A huge fork is coming. If queen takes pawn, just take the queen. Or if rook takes pawn, go ahead and take the queen with check. Rook is still pinned, so knight has to block. Then queen takes rook, checkmate. Or you can finish it with the bishop instead. Game over. So if king retreats, he's headed straight to the ICU. Or what if knight sacrifices itself to save the king? Thanks for the free knight. Then this knight will be even happier after grabbing its second meal. A discovered check is coming, and of course, the knight is about to enjoy another delicious dinner. Black is about to lose a lot of firepower. So after knight takes knight, bishop takes knight with check. And if king goes to f8, just take the pawn. Discovered check. And don't forget, your pawn is ready to take the queen. That's clearly bad news for black. Okay, bishop has to block the check. Now attack the bishop twice. And if bishop takes your bishop, just take it back. Black's king is still far from safe, guys. King moves back. Go ahead and blow it open. Queen takes rook. Pawn takes pawn. Discovered check. Queen has to block. Bishop takes queen with check. King takes back. Feel free to play out the rest of the game from here. Checkmate is very difficult to avoid. Queen to f5 check. Then promote the pawn with the queen providing support. You win! After rook to e1, earlier we looked at bishop takes bishop. But what if black plays pawn takes pawn instead? Go ahead and give check. And if king hides, black is going to lose the bishop. Or if the pawn tries to protect the king, just give another check. And king still has to take responsibility for the bishop. Let's say king goes to f6. Keep giving checks. If king goes to g5, the check still won't stop. It's mate in 5. Or if the king goes to f5, another check. King moves. Check again. King moves. Check. Only move. Yep. Mate. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, Italian game, and Juco piano. Continue with Evans Gambit. Bishop takes, pawn to c3, bishop back. Comes d4, pawn takes, and castle. Earlier, we covered pawn takes pawn and pawn to d6. There are still two moves we haven't talked about. Knight to e7 and knight to f6. Both are preparing for kingside castling, and the knight is also attacking the pawn. What's your move? Okay, let's... We'll save this variation for the next video. And trust me, there's a really crazy trick waiting for you. So stay tuned to Chess Tricky, and don't miss Evans Gambit Part 2. Okay. Take care, I wish you all the best, and thanks for watching.